So you said your count is 35?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you feel about that number?
It's kind of like annoying because at least half of my list I only had with one time.
Oh, okay.
So, but I still have to wear those.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it
still happened, you know. But I think that's the only thing that's annoying is that that's my number, and I can't even have on a regular basis.
So Brittany Renner is back, and she's back out here doing interviews and upset that athletes don't want to date her anymore after she called them stupid and said they're easy to get a check from. So after she put her self-worth in her cuckoo, now she want to take it back and act like, oh no, my hoe can be erased. And no, baby, can't. So she did a podcast with this guy. I'll insert his name. And she over there wanted to know, why won't he date someone who has a baby with an athlete? And it's like, girl, do you remember you was sitting in your car making videos saying how dumb athletes are and you could trap an athlete? If you want to get rich, just sleep with an athlete. That was you, remember?
What to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
So after she leaned into this whole image and told everyone how many men she slept with and how easy it is to trap a rapper and an athlete, and then that didn't work out for her, now she's trying to clean up her image, and she went on this podcast with Michael Porter. It's called Curious Mike, and she's over there begging to know why he wouldn't mess with someone that is a baby mama of an athlete. But anyways, her and Denise were on there from Basketball Wives, and they made a couple interesting statements, which I don't think they're going to be coming back to Basketball Wives. Yay, hooray, that's what we've been praying for. But take a listen to this.
We recently just got closer, and then we filmed Basketball Wives, so that, I feel like, trauma bonded us.
Yeah, talk a little bit about Basketball Wives. What is that, and like, why'd y'all get on the show, and kind of what are you trying to get across on the show?
You can go first.
Well, I think the first time that I went on Basketball Wives, I was very friendly, kind of trying to be liked, and I came back full hijab and just different set of eyes, and I thought maybe I would have a different experience, but it was the same bullshit.
Really? So you regret going on there?
So what? I don't have any regrets, no. I mean, I feel like, I don't think there's anything to be proud about when it comes to checking someone that could be your mother, the same age as your mom, but old bitches get checked every day, and it's not something to be proud of, but
I gotta check out the show. I've never seen it. Nah,
you're not missing anything.
Y'all too, that's probably entertaining.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed it. I just feel like watching it play back was totally different than I thought it was gonna be. I feel like people didn't get to see the real me. They didn't really get to see my personality, really.
Is it it's reality TV, right? So they're clipping up and painting the narratives they want to paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think this season was so unique because you had a mother and daughter relationship that was just the center and really the theme of the season. Yeah.
Okay, pause. So they both talking pretty negatively about Basketball Wives. Doesn't sound to me like they're invited back or they're coming back. I would even beg to say that they're fired because nobody liked them this season. Everybody hated them. Every single comment I ever seen on Basketball Wives fan pages or the VH1 or MTV, wherever the show is now, all I seen was get rid of Denise, get rid of Denise. Do not bring Brittany Renner back. Please get rid of the big three. That's all I seen all over social media. So I would bet my money on it that they ain't invited back. And then for them to say the thing that was different this season was it was centered over a mother-daughter relationship. No, the thing that was different is y'all try to put y'all fucking nose in a mother-daughter relationship. Y'all wasn't minding y'all business. Y'all should have been on there talking about y'all baby daddies, y'all life. Brittany Renner, you got plenty of drama with your baby daddy. Why weren't you on there talking about it? Why weren't you on there talking about that? Y'all were both engulfed in jackiechristie life and trying to tear her and her daughter apart. Just weird. Even in a friend in your real life, do you sit there and dog your friend's mom out when your friend is venting to you about their mom? Hell no. You don't ever speak on someone's mom. Even when your friend is venting to you about their mom, you just be like, dang girl, okay, that's it, that's all. But yeah, we're going to keep going because she going to talk about her being a fake ass Muslim, and just watch how she keeps questioning the interviewer. Girl, this is his podcast. I can't even talk. This is his podcast. And you keep saying, every time he asks her something, she'd be like, wait, let me ask you a question. Brittany, you are so annoying. You are beyond annoying.
And so that in itself, watching that play back too was really rough. We were closer to the daughter, Chantel. It was her first season as well. So I feel like that just kind of took up the whole season. So it really didn't get what we kind of wanted, really.
Yeah, I don't feel like at the end of the day, it's really to showcase the lifestyle of people like in that realm. I feel like it's just more centered around the group dynamic and its dysfunction. So naturally, I don't think they even captured our friendship accurately, in my opinion. So, you know, but we made real friends.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Y'all are great friends, obviously. Man,
The problem I have with Brittany is she was a drunken hot mess last time she was on the show, screaming at everyone, acting like she hard. And this time she's supposed to come back and, oh, she's supposed to be peaceful. And it was the same damn thing. We got the same damn thing over and over. Last time she was screaming at the top of her lungs and acted like, oh, I don't know. I never been on a reality show. Oh my God. I didn't know. It was my first time. Then she comes back in a hijab and she does the same damn thing. She's over there screaming at people, calling people bitches, doing the same thing over and over. So now she want to try to act like, oh, it's editing and, you know, it's the group of women. No, babe. You can only show what you give them. If you don't give them this, they're not going to be able to show it. You gave them the same exact thing that you gave them last time. A bunch of bullshit.
Exactly. Okay, that's just what it is. So that's what she's talking about. So I'm co-signing that. That's all I'm saying. People stand on their own name on all 10. That's just what it is.
there's such a, like, for some reason, such a negative connotation of being like a baby mama. Like, thick skin. Your situation's a little different because you met PJ like later on, correct? Or how long have you known him? What was that like?
Yeah, I met him, I think we had started kind of like talking in 2019. So kind of like right before he had got drafted, you know. But let's reverse 1 second, because before we go on to that, because that's just whatever. You have made comments. I think you're asking us about how do we feel being on the other side of it. My question to you is, you have made comments saying that you would never wife someone who has a child with someone in the league. So my question to you is, like, what inspired you to feel that way?
Okay, I cut the Denise part out because it was boring as hell. But basically, he asked Denise, you know, how was it being a baby mama? You know, your situation is different because you and him, you know, knew each other since y'all were young. Whoop, whoop. Then he turns to Brittany and was like, oh, your situation is different. And then she's like, well, wait, let me ask you a question. And then she's like, what motivated you to feel like, you know, she's pressed. She wants to know why everyone don't want her cat. She's so pressed to know why everybody don't want it. You know, why is she damaged goods just because she has a baby with somebody in the league, right? And she's acting like she's not pressed, but she's literally pressed because she won't even answer the question. She wants him to answer his question of why he don't want her.
And what connotation do you have about women who have a child with a basketball player?
Yeah, that's a good question.
We'd love to hear the answer.
What is my connotation? I don't have a negative connotation to it. What comments are you specifically talking about?
I think you're talking about when he said that he wouldn't wife somebody that was already
that
with an athlete.
had talked to an athlete.
Yeah.
I feel like if you've dated like publicly like a player, it would be hard just because of, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be hard. What do y'all think about that? Do you think I'm curious on y'all's thoughts, because to me, like I said in the comments, like, it would be tough dating someone's old girl and they just always have that like over you. Like, I don't know.
It's tough. Like, I feel like
I could be tripping though. It could be like an ego thing or like a
insecurity thing.
I don't know. It could be. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm right. That's just how I've always felt. But some of your like podcasts and, you know, talking to guys and whatever and going back and forth with them, like, what is your stance on like past? Are you like, once you meet the person, past doesn't really matter? What is your thoughts on that?
I feel like everything someone has encountered up into present day needed to happen. So whatever has taken place, whatever puzzle pieces these relationships have given you, I'm not going to judge anyone for it. If I don't want someone to judge me for my past, I cannot judge them. And I feel like, of course, I am always going to be very vocal about that group of people that I feel like, you know, if you have had public relationships or you just lived a very public life like myself, I always found myself going to bat for and being that voice for that. Because, you know, for me, it's like, I live my life out loud. Like, I mean, pretty much everything I've done, you can Google and find it. So I feel like you not wanting children, like, with someone who already has a kid because you don't have children is a very different energy than, oh, you dated this basketball player who took you seriously, who you thought was your end game, and like, I wouldn't look at you as that. Like, to me, that's very egotistical. Again, your preference, you're allowed that, but I also think it's kind of like, okay, like.
I feel like it's.
Okay, so you see how she was real pressed. She wanted to know why wouldn't he want to date someone that has a baby by another basketball player. And at first, I cut out a lot of what he said, but he said, I used to think like that, but if I'm really locked in with someone, then I like them. That might be something I would deal with. But I'm trying to figure out what comments are you referring to. And then that's when they hopped in and they were like, well, comments that you said that you wouldn't date someone that has a baby by another player. And then like she just can't get over that. She just wants to know why every man don't want her. She doesn't understand why she feels like people think, since she's been with a certain man, like, oh, nobody wants to touch her or whatever. And she's like, I thought that was my forever. That's what she wants to say. So during this interview, she act like, he was being ignorant and she was right. She has to be right about everything, right? But she act like she wasn't in her feelings about it. She thinks that no man can taint her. That's what she was saying. No man can taint me. Just because I was with someone, that doesn't mean they can taint me. Honey, you did interviews in the back of a bus, the corn bus, talking about how you slept with 35 men and half of them you only slept with one time. What does that mean? You're a one-night stand, babe. You're a jump off. Like, nobody is going to wife that. I can guarantee you're never going to get another athlete to wife you. That's out of your picture, okay? And that's why she's having such a hard time dealing with it. But anyway, she tried to act throughout in this interview like she really wasn't bothered. She really was impressed. She's trying to act like, he's just ignorant, blah, blah, blah. But then she turns around today and makes this little video. And it's like she's still trying to convince herself.
Social media. Single mothers have no value. Okay. It's my preference. I don't want to be with a single mom. Okay. We live in a feedback system. I don't need 100 men, 10 men, 5 men to choose me. All I have to do is choose myself. And my outer reality will reflect that. Because, baby, I ain't in the business of convincing. And I think these conversations that seem to only happen on social media because and it don't translate in real life. We're here, but we're not here. I think it's important to separate what's a podcast conversation versus what people actually care about. All the men that have reached out to me as of lately have no children and want several. It's easy to debunk these regurgitated, echoed narratives. A lot of men want to control how other men see women because they don't want them to want you. They don't want them to be able to see you. They want you to go put yourself on the clearance rack. Consider the source. There's a difference between high value and high quality. High value is Scar. High quality is Mufasa. I choose me, and everything in my world chooses me too. Single mothers.
This is the problem with Brittany Renner. He never said you had no value, babe. He never said that. First, he said that was his preference, something that he said in the past, a long time ago, that he wouldn't want to date someone that has a baby mama and their baby daddy is in the league, because I guess he's a player. And that's not what he said. Now you're trying to flip it like, oh, single mothers have no value. No, he's saying pass arounds. He doesn't want to marry a pass around. Doesn't want to have a kid with a pass around. Very, very, very big difference. But the problem with Brittany Renner is she just likes to argue. She wants to be right. She's one of those motherfuckers that gonna argue to the death of you. But I want to hear what y'all think down in the comments. Do y'all think her wholeness is going to get deleted like she thinks? Do you think she's going to get wifed up? And do you think, based on her and Denise's statements, they're going to be coming back to Basketball Wives? I hope they don't. Please tell me down in the comments if you want them back. Comment, like, subscribe, put your notification bells on, and I'll see y'all in the next one.